the video got interrupted. I would confuse what? I would confuse my own mind. Okay, my own mind. Okay, so I would say, oh my goodness, because the battle is in the mind. Okay, it's in the mind. So what do we do? When the Bible talks about don't pay evil with evil, that's a lie. It means that we are not supposed to do to them what they did to us, but we are supposed to open our mouth and defend ourselves. Remember, she thought I was going to probably maybe be aggressive towards her or accuse her. I did accuse her. I never accused her. If she said that I accused her, that's a lie, another lie from her. What I said was, maybe it was in your handbag. Maybe I left in your handbag. Don't know. Maybe something happened, but I was 100% sure that I put in a compartment from the second time. But she was very keen for me to enter into her house, which I didn't want to. I didn't want to enter into her house because I would like to stay there to keep my eyes open to see if anybody would walk in the street and walk by for me to watch my car, because my car was unattended. So I said, okay, no, maybe you didn't take it. That's okay, Of course you didn't take it. I said to her, of course you didn't take it, But somebody stole it, and whoever stole it is gonna die, And today, when, anyways, I sent her a message, said that I found the car keys, And today, when I was in the street, she was having a good laugh. They do evil, and then they laugh at us. They laugh like we are nothing, like we are, And she was having a good laugh because I texted her today and I said, look, I found the car keys, But of course, she did steal the car keys because I know. And then you said to me, you told me that you did accuse her. Well, guess what? I had a dream. I had a dream on a Sunday. And in this dream, God showed me what was going to happen. You see? Oh my goodness. I don't get it now. God showed me that I was going to be betrayed once again by this person, this vessel. This vessel is being used by an evil entity. Anyways, let's go back. So God showed me on a Sunday. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell the truth. I am not very new into interpreting dreams. I'm still young at it. But I thought, something's going to happen. I thought, something's going to happen. But I thought, let's go and wait and see. Because as it develops, I'm going to find out what is it. On the day, this person took my car keys, okay? This individual, this person, I saw a sign, a omen. I saw a omen. When I saw that sign, I thought, oh no. So I thought to myself, it's today. That's it. I have to be prepared. And the songs, fair enough, that's what happened. But anyways, I don't hate her. I don't feel nothing for her. That's the truth. I don't feel nothing. But, however, okay, cut it by the root. Okay? So this person had my forgiveness quite a lot. I'm not going anymore to give this person any more chance to come into my life to hurt me. That's it. It's gone. Okay? It's gone. When somebody stabs you in the back more than 3 times, after that you have to learn a lesson. And it's not the first time this person betrayed me. However, because I believe in the Most High, I keep forgiving people that don't deserve my forgiveness whatsoever. So stop being silly. Okay, I'm talking to myself as well. Don't forgive anybody that's already betrayed you more than 3 times. And this person betrayed me. This person betrayed me quite a lot. A lot. And this car keys was the last strike. I was talking to my father, and my father said, don't let this person enter in your car anymore. Today was the car keys. What she's gonna do what this person's gonna do tomorrow. My father is my wise. So do you know what I'm saying? So, but I couldn't believe. So, but do you see what I mean? Do you see? And people go, and then people say, but at the church, I am in the church. That's where evil is hiding himself. What the best place to hide than in the church? And it's not just me who said that. I was talking to somebody I know, and somebody said that. This person said exactly what I was thinking. That's the best place to hide evil, in the church. Okay? So don't think because you are in the church, in a church, and everybody there wants your benefit, wants your best interest. No, it's the best place to hide somebody evil. Do you remember in the old times, people that committed some sort of crime or something like that used to ask for refugee in the church? Go back and see the history. And the church had to allow them to get refugee in the church. So I'm not talking about generalizing here churches, but the best place to hide the evil is in the church, and the church is full of evil, full of witches, and all sorts. It's disappointing to me, but we cannot, lose focus. If you are like me, you are going to the church because you love Jesus, you love study the Bible, you just want, the good in everyone. Continue to do so, don't lose your faith because of the evil that's going on in the church and outside the church. But be aware, okay? Be aware. And the best way to avoid any confrontation to start on the first place, okay? To start on the first place, right? To be honest, I really gotta pray, for God to continuously to protect some of you, because some of you are very evil and they don't want nothing to do with you. I have seen some of you. You are evil to the core, and I don't like it, but you pretend you are kind. But what you don't get is that when I'm close to evil, I can smell them. For instance, this person who did that to me, she smells rotten. Rotten. So, and I kept quiet, It's like this individual, the entity that is using her vessel, doesn't want her to shower. I don't know, she always smell like, non-clean. And then you say to me, oh, I am so sorry, but what it has to do with being evil? Bacteria, microbials, germs thrive in filthy environment, doesn't it? When you have got a filthy environment, bacteria thrive in it. I'm telling lies. Same thing. When you have a filthy, uncleansing, disgusting, smelly body vessel, that's the entity you are going to attract. For instance, this This morning, sorry, there's too much noise here. Let's move to the kitchen. This morning, I was getting ready in better here. Thank you. This morning I was getting ready, okay? And although I keep my environment clean, not everybody does that. And what did I see? And this morning I saw a mouse. I saw a mouse. And I thought, oh no. So I used to, like I mentioned to you in my other video, I used to leave the window open. Now I know I can't because I saw a mouse, I saw a rat, just here in my yard. My yard is very clean, it's clean off. There is no filthiness, but I left my I cannot anymore just leave the window open because I saw a mouse. And I don't know if it was two, but they are very fast. It went there, So that's the same thing. When you don't cleanse your vessel, okay, what you are going to attract? Evil entities. Oh no, she's on that cleanse the vessel again. It's true. If I don't clean my kitchen, often bacteria, microbes, germs are going to accumulate. That's a vessel that is not washed every single day. That's what you're going to attract. Okay, and the evil has got a very nasty smell. Oh no, where she gets it from? Die and then tell somebody to send me a text to come to see you after a few weeks. You're gonna be rotten. You're gonna be rotten. Okay? When you don't cleanse yourself every single day with water, soap, okay? What is leaving your skin is dead cells. Dead cells. That's what they live in your skin. Some people, they only wash, they and they think they are clean. Some people only wash the particular parts. I don't know what to call them. And they think they are clean. It's good. Wash it, But also wash yourself, Wash yourself. Doesn't have to wash your hair every single day and this and that. Keep clean as well. It's good. But wash your body. Because entities are going to be next to you, attract to you. Entities that live in the low sphere of physical, spiritual reality. So anyways, no, you do not have to accept evil behavior, okay? And don't think that evil is going to stop being evil. No, evil is not going to stop being evil because that's the way they have been operate for millennia. But you can defend yourself. You can defend yourself. Okay, and you can avoid people like that. And don't be intimidated, because what evil does is, if you are involved in the church, okay, hold on, let's go to see if pay attention to what I'm saying. Now, there's still noise there. There's some people making noise there. Look. Hold on. The Bible talks about the word came to me, but I forgot. Anyways, the whole point is, okay, oh yes, thank you, Jesus. The Bible talks about, Jesus says, we know you, you know what I mean? You hold the key of heaven, and that you know you're not gonna enter into heaven, but you don't want anybody entering to heaven as well. Okay, it's in the Bible. Okay, when Jesus was confronting the religion system, okay, when Jesus was confronting the religion system, right? So if you are in a church and that you have see certain behavior in the church that is not acceptable, and if you felt discriminated in the church, if you felt harassed in a particular church, just advice for you: don't leave it. Because Jesus has said to us 2,600 years ago that these, have the key of heaven, and that they are not going to get into heaven, and that they don't want anybody to get into heaven. That was Jesus. Jesus said that. Okay, so I know it's like when you go into a church, and the people don't. But don't. Jesus has already told us what's going on in certain church. I am not saying all the churches are like that. Please listen carefully. I'm saying certain dominations of church, certain church, they operate in the evil concept. Okay? But however, your relationship with the Most High is individual, okay? No church, no priest, no pope. God help the pope, protecting him and blah, 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 is gonna help you. The relationship is individual, okay? Individual. And then you say to me, why do we have popes and the priests and the this and that? I'm not going there. I'm not here to teach theology or anything like that. However, I'm going to say something. What Jesus says to you? Jesus says, when you need to talk to my Father in heaven, go into your bedroom, lock the door, and pray to him in heaven, because he has already listened to what you're saying. So we don't really need someone to interfere for us. We have a direct line to the Most High. It's just you have to switch in, tuning. That's the truth. Okay? But let's note, discredits priests, pastors, whatever they call themselves, bishop, blah, blah, blah. Let's not discredit them. But each one of us who believes in Jesus, who really knows what Jesus is all about, doesn't need anything like that, okay? Okay? Sometimes it's good to talk to somebody like that, but when you talk to them, you see that God has already given you the answer. Okay? Yeah. For instance, the dream I had, on a Sunday, that I was going to be betrayed. I was going to be betrayed quite bad. When I woke up, I was like, oh no, another dream. Lucky me. Yes, lucky me. Do you know why? Because if it wasn't for this dream, I wouldn't be prepared to what happened to me on a Wednesday, when this person stole my car keys and they're trying to make me look like crazy. They have been doing that in my life here in England for 30 years. 30 years of emotional, physical, financial, psychological abuse. And 30 years. And I'm still here. And I look better than I was. I do, actually. I really like it. Anyways. And then you think, why you haven't left, this place? Why you haven't go back to your country or go to another place? So it doesn't matter. They know us. They know us. It's not a matter of running away from confrontation, for this type of situation. It's facing it. That's what want. They want us to keep running away, moving. No, because they want us, people to believe they are the problem. We are the problem. You are not the problem. The problem is them. They are insecure. They have got a relationship with the Most High. They don't. They don't have it. And if you are like me, you do. And that's what makes them angry, jealous. Because they will never have what we have. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what's like to dream about when somebody is still going to plan, scheme to cheat on you, to betray you, and that God has already sent you a message through a vision or a dream, and then to make sure you receive it, God sent you a sign, a massive sign, on the day the betrayal is going to happen? Come on. Let's go. You see? So why should I run away? I won't want to run away. No, now it's getting more excited. And by the way, every time evil scheme against me, look at how pretty I get. Look at that. Do you think it's what? Plastic surgery? No. Because I transmute what has been done to me, evil, and then alchemize it in beauty for myself. Adios.